Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive in today, I want you to do something for me. Take a breath, forget about the 100 things on your to-do list for the next few minutes, and just be here, because what we're about to talk about can genuinely shift how you see yourself and what you're capable of. Whether you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or maybe you're just at the end of your tether with where life has you right now, you're in the right place. Napoleon Hill discovered something that changed everything we know about success. He called it the mastermind principle, and here's what he found. When two or more minds come together in harmony toward a definite purpose, they create a third mind, more powerful than any individual mind alone. This isn't just philosophy. This is the secret behind every great achievement in human history, and most people never understand it. Think about it. You've probably heard that 1 plus 1 equals 2. But Napoleon Hill discovered that when it comes to human minds working together, 1 plus 1 can equal unlimited power. The question is, are you using this principle, or are you trying to succeed alone? Let me tell you why most people struggle. They think success is a solo game. They believe they have to figure everything out by themselves. They think asking for help is weakness. They try to be the smartest person in every room, and because of this mindset, they limit themselves to the power of one mind, their own. But here's the truth. No one achieves greatness alone. Not one person. Every successful individual you can think of had a mastermind group, whether they called it that or not. Henry Ford had Thomas Edison, Harvey Firestone, and other brilliant minds in his inner circle. Steve Jobs had Steve Wozniak and a team of innovators. Oprah Winfrey surrounded herself with experts in media, business, and personal development. Bill Gates had Paul Allen and other tech visionaries. Weren't just business partnerships. They were mastermind alliances, groups of minds working together toward common goals, sharing knowledge, resources, and energy. So what exactly is a mastermind? Napoleon Hill defined it as coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between two or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. But there's something deeper happening here. Hill discovered that when minds come together in harmony, they don't just add their individual intelligence together, they create what he called a third mind, a collective intelligence that's greater than the sum of its parts. Think of it like this. When you put two magnets together, they don't just double their magnetic force, they create a magnetic field that's exponentially more powerful. The same thing happens when human minds unite in harmony toward a common purpose. This is why 1 plus 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 3 in a mastermind. It equals unlimited power. Let me prove this to you with real examples that will blow your mind. Take the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur. Individually, they were bicycle mechanics with high school educations, but together, in perfect harmony, they achieved what the greatest engineers and scientists of their time couldn't do. They created human flight. The world's leading experts said powered flight was impossible. Samuel Langley, head of the Smithsonian Institution, had unlimited government funding and a team of engineers. He failed, but two brothers working in harmony in a bicycle shop succeeded. That's mastermind power. Or consider John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Individually, they were talented musicians, but together, they created something that changed music forever. Their collaborative songwriting produced more number 1 hits than any other songwriting team in history. Neither could have achieved that level of success alone. Look at Google. Larry Page and Sergey Brin were brilliant computer science students, but it was their mastermind partnership that created the world's most powerful search engine. They combined Page's vision for organizing the world's information with Brin's mathematical genius. Together, they created something worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Think about Microsoft. Bill Gates had the business vision, but Paul Allen had the technical brilliance. Steve Ballmer brought operational expertise. Together, they built one of the most successful companies in history. None of them could have done it alone. But here's what's fascinating. The mastermind principle doesn't just work in business. It works in every area of life. Take marriage. A strong marriage is a mastermind alliance between two people working in harmony toward common goals. When spouses support each other's dreams, share resources, and work together, they achieve things neither could accomplish alone. Think about parenting. When parents work together in harmony, they create an environment where children thrive. But when parents work against each other, everyone suffers. That's the difference between mastermind harmony and destructive conflict. Consider sports teams. The greatest teams in history weren't necessarily composed of the most talented individual players. They were teams where individual talents worked together in perfect harmony. The 1992 Chicago Bulls, the 1967 Green Bay Packers, the 1980 US Olympic hockey team. These teams achieved greatness through mastermind principles. Michael Jordan understood this. He was the most talented player, but he knew he couldn't win championships alone. He learned to elevate his teammates, to make everyone around him better. That's when the Bulls became unstoppable. Jordan's individual brilliance multiplied through the mastermind of the entire team. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually create a mastermind? Let me break it down for you step by step. First, you need clarity about your definite purpose. You can't build a mastermind around vague goals. You need a clear, specific objective that others can understand and support. Your purpose becomes the magnetic force that attracts the right minds to your group. Henry Ford's purpose was clear: to build a motor car for the great multitude. That clarity attracted Thomas Edison, Harvey Firestone, and other brilliant minds who wanted to help him achieve that vision. Steve Jobs' purpose was clear: to create technology that would change how people interact with computers. That clarity attracted Steve Wozniak and other innovators who shared that vision. What's your definite purpose? If you can't state it clearly in one sentence, you're not ready to build a mastermind. Second, identify what kind of minds you need. What skills, knowledge, or resources are required to achieve your purpose? Where are your weaknesses? What do you not know? The goal isn't to find people exactly like you. The goal is to find people whose strengths complement your weaknesses. Walt Disney understood this perfectly. He was the creative visionary, but he knew he needed other types of minds to build his empire. He partnered with his brother Roy, who handled the business side. He worked with animators, writers, and technical experts. Each person brought different strengths to the mastermind. If you want to build a business, you might need minds that understand marketing, finance, operations, and technology. If you want to achieve health goals, you might need minds that understand nutrition, exercise, psychology, and motivation. Third, look for people who are already successful in their areas of expertise. This is crucial. You don't want to surround yourself with people who are struggling in the same areas where you need help. You want people who have already achieved what you're trying to achieve. If you want to become financially free, don't join a mastermind full of people who are broke. Find people who have actually built wealth. If you want to build a successful business, don't surround yourself with people who have never run a business. Find entrepreneurs who have actually built successful companies. This doesn't mean you need to find millionaires or celebrities. It means you need to find people who are further along the path than you are and who have real results in their areas of expertise. Fourth, establish harmony. This is the most important element of any mastermind. Without harmony, you just have a group of people with conflicting agendas. With harmony, you have unlimited power. Harmony means everyone is working toward the same purpose. It means there's mutual respect, trust, and support. It means people check their egos at the door and focus on the collective goal. One person with a negative attitude can destroy the harmony of an entire mastermind. One person who's more focused on their own agenda than the group's purpose can poison the whole dynamic. That's why choosing the right people is so critical. Napoleon Hill said that harmony is so important that it's better to have a smaller mastermind with perfect harmony than a larger group with conflict. 2 minds in perfect harmony will accomplish more than 10 minds in conflict. Fifth, meet regularly and consistently. The power of a mastermind comes from ongoing collaboration, not one-time meetings. You need regular contact to maintain the energy and momentum of the group. Some masterminds meet weekly, others monthly. The frequency depends on your goals and the group's schedule, but consistency is key. When meetings become sporadic, the mastermind loses its power. During meetings, each person should share their progress, challenges, and goals. The group should offer advice, resources, and support. This isn't just social time, it's strategic collaboration focused on achieving definite purposes. Sixth, give before you receive. The most powerful masterminds are built on the principle of mutual benefit. Everyone contributes value to the group. If you're only thinking about what you can get from others, you'll never create true mastermind harmony. What can you offer to your mastermind partners? Maybe you have specific knowledge they need. Maybe you have connections that could help them. Maybe you have resources they could use. Maybe you're just really good at holding people accountable or providing encouragement. Andrew Carnegie understood this principle. He built his steel empire through a mastermind of brilliant minds, but he made sure everyone in his inner circle benefited from the association. He shared profits, opportunities, and recognition. That's why people wanted to be part of his mastermind. Now, let me tell you about the different types of masterminds you can create, because one size doesn't fit all. The first type is the business mastermind. This is focused on achieving specific business or financial goals. Members might include entrepreneurs, investors, marketers, and other business professionals. The purpose is to help each member grow their business or achieve financial success. The second type is the personal development mastermind. This focuses on individual growth, health, relationships, or life goals. Members support each other in becoming better versions of themselves. This might include fitness accountability, spiritual growth, or personal skill development. The third type is the creative mastermind. This brings together artists, writers, inventors, or other creative minds who want to support each other's creative projects. The focus is on inspiration, feedback, and collaborative creativity. The fourth type is the industry-specific mastermind. This brings together professionals from the same industry to share knowledge, connections, and opportunities. Real estate agents might form a mastermind to share best practices. Doctors might form one to discuss new treatments. Teachers might form one to share educational strategies. You can also create hybrid masterminds that combine elements from different types. The key is to be clear about the purpose and find people who share that focus. But here's something most people don't understand about masterminds. There are also informal masterminds that happen naturally in your life. Your marriage can be a mastermind. Your family can be a mastermind. Your close friendships can be masterminds. The question is, are these relationships working in harmony toward positive purposes, or are they pulling you in different directions? If your spouse doesn't support your goals, if your friends discourage your dreams, if your family undermines your efforts, then you don't have positive masterminds. You have what Napoleon Hill called negative masterminds. Negative masterminds are just as powerful as positive ones, but they work against you instead of for you. They multiply negativity, doubt, and limitation instead of possibility and success. This is why it's so important to choose your associations carefully. You become like the people you spend the most time with. If you're surrounded by negative, pessimistic people who don't believe in growth and success, their mindset will influence yours. But if you surround yourself with positive, ambitious people who are committed to growth and achievement, their energy will lift you up. Jim Rohn said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." That's mastermind principles in action. Your closest associations either multiply your potential or divide it. So take an honest look at your current relationships. Who are you spending time with? Are they supporting your growth or holding you back? Are they helping you think bigger or encouraging you to settle for less? This doesn't mean you have to abandon everyone who isn't perfect, but it does mean you need to be intentional about who you allow to influence your thinking and decisions. You might need to spend less time with people who drain your energy and more time with people who inspire you. You might need to find new friendships with people who share your commitment to growth. You might need to join groups, organizations, or communities where you can connect with like-minded people. One of the most powerful examples of mastermind thinking comes from the story of how Napoleon Hill himself discovered this principle. He was interviewing Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest men in America at the time. Carnegie told Hill that his success wasn't due to his individual brilliance, it was due to his ability to surround himself with minds superior to his own in their areas of expertise. Carnegie's inner circle included specialists in steel production, finance, marketing, transportation, and labor relations. Each person was a master in their field. Together, they created an industrial empire that changed America. But here's the remarkable part. Carnegie freely admitted that individually, he wasn't the smartest person in most of these areas. Nietzsche's was in recognizing the power of combined intelligence and creating harmony among brilliant minds. This is what separates great leaders from average ones. Average people try to be the smartest person in the room. Great leaders try to be in rooms full of people who are smarter than they are in their areas of expertise. Steve Jobs was famous for this. He wasn't the best programmer, the best designer, or the best marketer, but he was brilliant at bringing together people who were the best in their fields and inspiring them to work toward a common vision. Walt Disney couldn't draw as well as his animators, couldn't write as well as his storytellers, and couldn't handle business as well as his brother Roy, but he could envision the big picture and coordinate the talents of others to make that vision reality. This is the leadership aspect of mastermind thinking. You don't have to be the best at everything. You just have to be able to identify excellence in others and create an environment where that excellence can flourish in harmony toward a common purpose. But here's something crucial. Mastermind relationships must be based on mutual respect and benefit. You can't just use people for what they can give you. You have to provide value in return. Andrew Carnegie made his mastermind partners rich. Walt Disney gave his key people creative freedom and recognition. Steve Jobs challenged his team to create products they could be proud of. What can you offer to potential mastermind partners? What value can you bring to their lives and goals? This might be your expertise in a particular area, your network of connections, your resources, or simply your commitment to their success. The most successful masterminds are built on the foundation of win-win thinking. Everyone benefits from the association. Everyone's goals are supported. Everyone's success lifts up the entire group. Now, let me address some common mistakes people make when trying to create masterminds. The first mistake is choosing people based on friendship rather than expertise. Your best friend might be a wonderful person, but if they don't have knowledge or skills that can help you achieve your purpose, they shouldn't be in your mastermind. Friendship and mastermind partnerships are different types of relationships. The second mistake is trying to build a mastermind without a clear purpose. If you just want to network or hang out with successful people, you won't create real mastermind power. You need a specific, definite purpose that everyone is committed to supporting. The third mistake is tolerating disharmony. Some people think that debate and conflict create better ideas, but Napoleon Hill was clear. Harmony is essential for mastermind power. Healthy discussion is fine, but destructive conflict will kill your mastermind. The fourth mistake is being inconsistent with meetings and communication. A mastermind requires ongoing cultivation. If you meet once and then don't connect again for months, you lose the momentum and energy of the group. The fifth mistake is focusing only on what you can get instead of what you can give. Mastermind relationships are built on mutual benefit. If you're always taking and never giving, people will stop wanting to work with you. Here's what you need to understand. The mastermind principle isn't just about formal groups. It's about recognizing that human beings are designed to accomplish more together than apart. This principle applies to every area of your life. In your career, look for opportunities to collaborate rather than compete. Build relationships with colleagues who complement your skills. Share knowledge and resources. Support others' success, and they'll support yours. In your personal relationships, work toward harmony and common goals, whether it's your marriage, your friendships, or your family relationships. The principles of mastermind thinking can strengthen every connection. In your community, look for ways to contribute to collective goals. Join organizations that align with your values. Volunteer for causes you believe in. The more you give to your community, the more it will give back to you. Even in competition, you can apply mastermind principles. The best athletes often train together, pushing each other to higher levels of performance. The best entrepreneurs often share ideas and resources, knowing that a rising tide lifts all boats. But here's the most important thing I want you to understand. The mastermind principle reveals a fundamental truth about success. No one makes it alone. Every great achievement in human history has been the result of minds working together toward common purposes. The pyramids of Egypt weren't built by one person. The Constitution of the United States wasn't written by one mind. The internet wasn't created by a single individual. Every breakthrough, every innovation, every achievement that has moved humanity forward has been the result of mastermind thinking. This means that whatever you're trying to achieve, there are other people who can help you achieve it faster, better, and with less struggle than if you try to do it alone. Your job is to find those people, create harmony with them, and work together toward your common purposes. When you do this, You'll discover what Napoleon Hill meant when he said that 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals unlimited power. So here's what I want you to do right now. First, get clear about your definite purpose. Write it down in one clear sentence. What do you want to achieve? What's your vision for your life, your career, your relationships, or your contribution to the world? Second, identify what types of minds and skills you need to achieve that purpose. Where are your knowledge gaps? What areas do you need help with? What kind of expertise would accelerate your progress? Third, make a list of people who might fit those criteria. This might include people you already know, people in your industry, people in your community, or people you could meet through networking and research. Fourth, think about what value you can offer to these potential mastermind partners. What do you bring to the table? How can you help them achieve their goals? What resources, knowledge, or connections can you share? Fifth, start having conversations. Reach out to people, share your vision, ask about their goals, look for alignment and mutual benefit. Not everyone will be interested, and that's okay. You only need a few, the right people, to create unlimited power. Remember, you don't have to start with famous or incredibly successful people. Start with people who share your commitment to growth and achievement. As your mastermind grows and succeeds, you'll naturally attract higher level partners. And finally, be patient and persistent. Building true mastermind relationships takes time. You're not just looking for business contacts, you're looking for people who will become trusted allies in achieving your life's purpose. The greatest achievers in history understood this principle. Now it's your turn to apply it. Stop trying to succeed alone. Start building your mastermind, because when you do, you'll discover that 1 plus 1 plus 1 really does equal unlimited power. The question isn't whether this principle works. History has proven that it does. The question is whether you'll have the wisdom to use it. Your future depends on your answer. Thanks for investing your time with me today. I truly appreciate it. If this resonated with you, please subscribe, give it a like, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Until next time, take care.